Hey goal-getters, welcome to the channel. Have you ever wondered why I address you guys as goal-getters? If you go to our about page or you've been there, you would have noticed the word boldly written goal-getters, and it isn't a mistake, okay? It's not just a coincidence or fait du hasard as we say in French, okay? It's actually very intentional because that is the mindset of the type of people I want to have on the channel. If you are on this channel and you've probably searched one or two topics on YouTube to find our videos, it's simply because you have an entrepreneurial mindset, okay? That goes to say this channel is obviously meant for a specific type of people, basically people who have a focus, a vision, people who want to make it in Africa or any other place where they find themselves. And I strongly believe that those who make it in life are those who never quit. For the business world is faced with lots of challenges. And that's why I refer to anyone who is up to the task or up to taking those challenges and making it in life as a goal-getter. I call you a goal-getter because you have a goal that you want to achieve. And on this channel, we help you to achieve that goal of yours. And we've been giving you lots of video ideas that you've been loving so much. And recently we made a video where we were talking about affordable production machines that you could get for yourselves and embark on the production journey. And a lot of you guys really loved that video, and some people reach out to our DMs and were like, if it is affordable, then why is it not cheap? Permit me to clarify to you right here that when we talk of machines, we are talking of production. And what you guys should understand is that production is not meant for everyone, okay? Not everyone can produce. When we talk of a machine being affordable for production, we simply mean that unlike before that production machines used to cost like $100,000, nowadays you could get production machines for maybe $30,000, you get? So when we talk of production machines being affordable, that's simply what we mean. We don't mean that they are that cheap or they are quite cheap, that you would think of buying a production machine with $1,000. No, that's not what we are talking about. How can you imagine being a diaper producer, owning a company that produces diapers, and you think that you can buy such a machine with $1,000? That's not reasonable, okay? So at times, it's not everything that we have to chew and give to you guys. At times when we orientate you on something, you could as well do your further research, okay? Or enlighten yourselves better, or get closer to business experts or business consultants for more clarity. You could also reach as well to us. A lot of people reach to us for more clarity, for business consultations, business coaching, business advice, and we service them on that, okay? It's not everything that will be found in a video. Some of my videos are 15 to 20, even 30 minutes, and it's a lot, okay? It's not everything that we could put in one video. If I come and sit here and make a video of 2 hours to explain everything you need to know about production, are you going to be watching that video? I don't think so. So there are certain things you guys really need to understand in order to ease things for us all. And please, I would love to urge you guys to be at least cordial or respectful in the comment section, okay? Please always take out time to be nice. You don't lose anything by being nice. Just take out some time to be nice before maybe laying your complaint, okay? We are not against complaints or whatsoever, but just be kind with the way you present your problem, okay? What we need from you is basically either you appreciate the video or you come up with a constructive criticism, because once your criticism is not constructive, it doesn't help us in any way, okay? We are out to make Africa great together. That should be our objective. We are not out here for any competition or any bashing, because it doesn't help us in any way. We are out here to help one another grow and make Africa great. That said, let's move to the topic of the day. Today I am going to be giving you 3 cute businesses to launch in Africa. The reason why I call these businesses cute is because of the flexibility of these businesses, okay? These are businesses that you don't necessarily need to master the skills yourself. And another advantage with these businesses is that they can actually be a great source of passive income for you. That is, you don't need to really be putting the work yourself full time. You can do that by the side if you have another job, or even hire other people to do it for you. So the first business I am going to be talking to you here about is a ghost kitchen business. Yes, you've probably gone online and seen people advertising their food, beautifully packaged, showing their orders, showing how they are delivering the food and everything. And you might have asked yourself, oh, where's this restaurant found? I would really love to taste this food. Or, oh, this food looks so good. Where can I have this food? You've probably seen such businesses online, right? But maybe you didn't know that at times those people don't necessarily own a restaurant. At times, those people don't necessarily even have a kitchen, a physical kitchen where you could go and see the food for yourself, okay? That's why it is called a ghost kitchen business. So this is basically a business where you don't need a physical restaurant where people come and sit to eat, all right? A ghost kitchen business just simply means a business where you supply food to people and you could cook from the comfort of your home. That doesn't mean that if you are embarking on a ghost kitchen business, you can't have a restaurant. No, you can have a restaurant. It is an advantage because people will still come and eat there, and you also supply online. But then if you don't have a physical restaurant, it's not a problem. You can just cook from the comfort of your own kitchen in your home and supply to your customers. All you need to do is advertise your services as much as possible online and get a database of clients who could be subscribing to have your food delivered to them and who could be ordering the food from time to time or even every day. Why not? Or some people also order whenever they have occasions. People order for their birthday parties, their end of year parties, promotion events, even for burials, and you name it. So you just need to be known and have a database of clients who keep orders coming, and you get yourself some beautiful packaging for your meals, and that's how you start supplying. Another good thing with this business, like I said, it's very passive. You could get people to do the cooking for you, okay? You could just stand as the owner of the brand, as the owner of the business who is known, who is promoting the business and getting the orders. But if you aren't skilled at cooking or you don't have the time to cook, you could employ a cook or get someone to it for you and you just supply. And the good thing also with this business is that if you can pay for the services of a supply agency, you can simply start with your own private car, okay? I've seen people who do the catering service or the ghost kitchen service supply with their own car. If you've got the time or you've got a driver who can drive and supply the food, you are good to go. Now, let me give you the secret, and I mean the cute secret of succeeding in this business, especially in Africa. You must have noticed that in most African countries, especially when it comes to the corporate world or let's say civil servants who go and work far away from their home, there comes a time where they need to eat, all right? Everyone needs to eat. Let's take, for example, at midday, because people could get their breakfast from their home, and at midday they are at work and they need to eat, okay? They need to refuel the energy they've spent. Now, that's where you step in, all right? If you can provide starting from breakfast, because there are some people who don't eat breakfast in the morning and they would rather have something like a brunch in the afternoon, so you can step in and service those people. So here's the trick. We are talking here of targeting those people in their workplaces, okay? You can go to the ministries or the delegations, business centers, malls, wherever you know that people go and spend the whole day working. Target those people, get into their offices, do your prospection, have a list, okay, and get what they prefer, what they would like to eat, and start supplying to them at midday, okay? So I would advise you go for things like chopped fruits, beautifully packaged, fruit juice, freshly made, and meals that people would normally take for lunch. Well-balanced diet, especially traditional meals. In countries like Cameroon, if you could provide things like ndole, ero, deje, and basically those things that people love. In countries like, let's say, South Africa, you could provide things like chakalaka. I guess a lot of people would love to eat that for lunch. In Ghana, you could maybe provide things like fufu and peanut soup. In Congo, you could go for mwambe, that's the mwambe chicken. If you are in Uganda, you could go for maybe the matoke. If you are in Kenya, you could go for ugali, and you name it. So basically those are the type of things you could supply to your customers and make their day a success, and they are going to be subscribing and ordering. If it is possible, you could set up an app or a website for your ghost kitchen. Okay, take your business seriously, because that's one of the problems we Africans face. We often like to take things lightly for granted and we just joke about them. In whatever business you embark on, always make it a personal mission to distinguish yourself. That's how you are going to be prosperous and make a difference and make those millions we are talking about. Always strive to be different. There's nothing new under the sun, by the way. There's no business you are going to be embarking on that you are going to be the first to ever start. Okay, the only thing you would be the first to start is that personal signature of yours that you are going to be bringing to that business. That personal touch, that plus that only you can bring, or that only you is the first to bring to that business. So take your business seriously. So if you are going in for a ghost kitchen, don't take it for granted, okay? Consider that it is a serious business you are embarking on. So I would advise, if it is possible, invest in getting an app for your business or a website. Such things are going to make it easy for people to order your food. And once customers have it easy their way, they are going to be ordering and you are going to be making money. But don't let that scare you. You could always start small. Remember I said with this business, you could start by supplying with your car, okay? You could deliver the food with your personal car. And when your income starts increasing, you could then expand to buy mini trucks for your delivery or start renting the services of delivery agencies. And once you've gotten more money, you could then go ahead and buy your own mini trucks. You could start with 1, 2 to 3 and more as the demands keep coming in. And that leads us to our next point, which is starting a delivery service business. Yes, this is something that is very lucrative right now. Like I said in one of my videos, a lot of Africans are ordering food and other things right now. People love ordering things that meet them right at their doorsteps. That's why if you choose to invest in the logistics sector, importing mini trucks or buying mini trucks and starting a delivery service agency or business is a great investment. It's simple. You could start small, okay? You could start even with 3 trucks, for example, and expand as the business grows. The more you start having demands, because you are going to be like the middleman between businessmen, that is sellers of certain products, and their consumers, who are the buyers. You are the one taking the product from the seller and making sure it reaches the buyer successfully, and that's how you get paid for it. That's simply what we mean when we talk of delivery service business. And never you underestimate this business in Africa right now, because like I said, a lot of people need those services for 1 or 2 reasons. So if you have, for example, 3 companies or 3 businesses who have subscribed to your delivery service, you have 3 mini trucks. You could then dedicate each of those trucks to each of those companies. And the more the demands come, the more money you are going to be making, and you are also going to be capable of adding the number of delivery trucks you have. And once your money starts adding, you could expand to pickup trucks and then mini buses and even trucks. Why not big trucks, that is lorries, that carry goods from one town to another. That's how you could start small and actually grow in the logistic sector. Now, let's go to the third business, which is the secret in this video. I kept it as the last point because I wanted this secret to go out to those who are going to really watch this video till the end. And let me give you this video idea. This is writing of projects. I know you might be asking yourself, what's new about writing of projects, or what's so special about writing of projects? Let me tell you why this point is actually the icing of the cake. We aren't talking here of randomly writing projects to random people, or just sitting and waiting for people to know that you can write projects and come up to you for you to write their projects for them. No, that's not what we are talking here about. We are talking here of writing projects, lucrative projects, unique projects that you've done the feasibility studies already. Get them written down clearly, specifically, and let the feasibility be clear. Let the profit margin be clear and everything clear. And this is what you are going to be doing with it. You are going to go to the ministries, okay? In your country, go to those ministries, those big offices in town. Get yourself in one way or another and go straight to those big people. You know what I mean by big people. Go straight to them and present your project to them. In fact, sell the project to them. And if at this stage you are still confused, worry not, for I am going to be breaking it down to you how you should exactly go about it. I know, yes, the first thing you are probably going to be asking yourself right now is, oh, how can I get to those ministries? Do you think it's as easy as you're saying? Yes, it is easy. What people don't know is that you can actually get into any ministry of your choice once you are properly dressed, okay? You have the right as a citizen of that nation to get into that ministry, provided you are on time. That is, you are within the working time and you are properly dressed. That's what a lot of people don't know. People just get scared with the fact that, oh, it's for big people. I don't have anything to do there. I don't work there. I don't know anybody there. I don't have a relative there, so I can't get into that ministry. No, everyone has the right to access any government building. You just simply need to make sure you respect the dressing code, okay? You need to be responsibly dressed, formally dressed. You need to have a clean and neat hairdo, no funny hairstyle, no tattoos. You need to be putting on shoes, basically dressed responsibly according to what your country considers as a decent dressing. Once you are decently dressed, you would have access to any ministry, okay? I now know that you will be asking yourself, yes, once I get into that ministry, how am I going to be seeing those authorities or seeing those big men we are talking about without an appointment? I get it, but this is what you can do. Do you know that one thing that destroys human beings is unnecessary pride and unnecessary arrogance? Do you know that just an iota of humility can make you access places you never thought you could in life? That's exactly what you are going to be applying in such a situation. Just be as humble and vulnerable enough to attract anyone's sympathy, okay? Let's say you went to the Ministry of Finance of your country and you wanted to see a certain director. That director obviously has a secretary who schedules their appointments for them. Just go there, be humble enough and confident at the same time. Go up to that secretary and submit your request to her politely. I mean, as politely as possible, and let her know you would please want to see her boss, and let her know that you know you aren't eligible because you didn't book an appointment up front, but let her know the need for you to see her boss. Let her know how desperate you are to see her boss. Just be humble enough. Beg. Yes, you will need to beg. If it means begging her, oh, please, ma, please call her all those pet names she would love that will soften her heart, okay? Every human being has that soft spot that when you touch, they are going to give you a listening ear. I don't know how they address people in your country, the politest way to address someone in your country, or the easiest way to flatter or make someone smile in your country. Make use of all those skills and get her to listen to you, okay? She is going to listen to you. I bet you that even the most wicked secretary will listen to you. If your manner of approach resonates with her, she is going to listen to you. And if you apply all these skills, there's a high probability that you are going to see her boss, okay? Beg her, even if it's to see her boss just for 5 minutes, beg her. Once you are sure of the project you are about to give to her boss, and you know that that project will be irresistible to her boss, go ahead and beg her, because you know that if you see that boss, there's no way that boss is going to be resisting to your project. That's how confident you should be when you want to attain your objective. That's how confident you should be when you are sure of your value. That's why on this channel, I always talk of value. There's nothing that sells more than value. Once you know your value and you are conscious of what someone would gain from what you are offering them, you are not going to be scared of meeting that person, because you would know that that person will feel fortunate meeting you. You will know that that person will feel grateful having you their way, will feel grateful having you in their office, because you came with something very valuable for them. And let me tell you this. Do you know that most of these big men, you guys know, I always put it in quote because you guys know what I'm talking about. Do you know that most of those big men really have the money, but they don't know at times what to invest in exactly? And some of them, even when they know what they want to invest in, they don't know how to get about it discreetly. Yes, because those people like to be discreet in everything they do. They don't want the general public to know their private businesses. Some of them don't really have the liberty to embark on projects, so they love everything to be done discreetly. At times they would love to invest in something, but when they think of going themselves or sending their assistant or their secretary or whosoever to go and do those negotiations for them, people are going to know that they are the ones doing it. So it often discourages them because they know that people are going to know that they are the ones embarking on so project, and it could ruin their career. So that's why they need people like you to secretly come over to them and present them an irresistible project right at their desk. Once you do that, they are going to value you so much so that they would be the one thanking you for coming. I know what I'm talking to you about, and I am talking to you from experience. So let's take, for instance, you've tried everything you could and you couldn't get access to that person you wanted to meet. Don't give up, for winners never quit and quitters never win. I have a plan B for you. If plan A fails, this is what you are going to be doing. Get closer to people who are close to them. People like their family members. If you know any family member of them who is closer to them, get closer to them and beg for their audience. Get closer to people like their drivers. If you know their drivers, or you know someone who knows their driver, get through to them through that canal. If you know the church they attend, you could go to their church and you are going to easily get access to them, because what people don't know is that those people are actually very kind and sociable. If you meet them in church, you go up to them and greet them, you are going to easily have direct access to them and you could present your project to them. I know what I'm talking to you about, okay? Believe me when I tell you it works. If you know their community gatherings, if it is someone who is involved in their tribal meetings or something and you know where that is found, you could go there as well and you are going to get access to them. So basically what you should have in mind is that those people are very kind and receptive because most of them are intellectuals and they are people who are well-traveled. And if you've noticed, people who are well-traveled are very, very sociable. Unlike what people think, they are sociable because they've understood a lot of things about life. Generally, people who are very arrogant are people who still have a lot to learn. But people who are well-learned are often very polite and sociable. So the idea here is, once you are sure that the project you are about to present to them or offer to them, yes, that's the word, offer, because you are actually offering them something of value. You are not the beggar at that time. That's something I want you to take seriously. Once you go to meet someone of high caliber to present a project, make sure that project is so valuable and irresistible so that you are very confident while you are meeting them. That confidence of yours goes a long way to sell your market for you. So once you are very confident and you know that your project has a lot of value to them, you are actually offering them something. You aren't proposing. It's an offer, all right? Go to them with this attitude of, I have an offer for you. I have a beautiful offer for you. There's no way they are going to resist. If your project really has value and they see that confidence in you, that that project is very feasible and lucrative, they are going to be buying that project. And that goes to say, in business, there's nothing that surpasses confidence. Be very confident of yourself. Like I said, don't go with the begging mindset, because most times people who've made it in life don't like to treat with people who are beggars. Once they notice you are a beggar or you have a begging attitude, it's a complete turn off for them. Avoid appearing as a beggar in front of anyone you want to do business with, okay? I am not in any way saying that you should be arrogant. No, far from that. You aren't arrogant, and at the same time, you aren't begging. Create a balance and be in the middle, which is confidence. Be very confident of yourself, and there's no way you are not going to be making that deal successful. Your project simply needs to be clear enough that they don't strain to understand what the project is all about. Let the feasibility be clear, let the profit margin be clear, and let the budget be as realistic as possible. And let the project be not scanty, but at the same time not too bulky, so that they could easily get through it, because such people don't often have time to waste. Their time is so valuable that the 2 minutes or 3 minutes that they are going to be offering you for that audience should be enough for them to get convinced by what they are going to be seeing. So everything needs to be snappy. And mind you, you are going to be meeting someone of high caliber. So make sure the quality of the material you are offering there is up to task. Don't go and use cheap paper, cheap printing. Do something of quality. Present a booklet of high quality, well printed and well designed. If you aren't skilled in graphic designing, get a professional graphic designer to design and mount it for you. Let it be authentic. Let it be very valuable. Just from the look of it, let it be aesthetically pleasing, because that will also go a long way to impact the credibility of your project and your own credibility. That said, let's go to the bonus of the day. But before I do that, please endeavor to like this video, put a thumbs up on this video, and share it. Drop your comments as well, for I would love to know what you think about these business ideas I have talked to you in this video. And please make sure to share this video with your loved ones, because the more we share these videos, the more a lot of Africans get to be educated on all these things, and the more we are going to grow as a whole. Now, let's get into the bonus of the day. So basically, what you could do is what I told you guys to do in this video. Do you remember this video where I talked to you of organic farming and a chain of things you could do in order to make it a business empire? If you haven't watched this video was actually the best loved video on this channel a while ago, and it is still performing. So don't be left out. Rush and watch this video and get enriched, but do that immediately after this one. So you are going to basically be doing the same thing I recommended in this video on this project. So what I mean is, if you have a little more finances, you could merge all of these 3 business ideas under one business empire. Yes, remember the first business we talked about here is the ghost kitchen, and I said you are going to be targeting people of high caliber, or people in the ministries, in office, in malls, people who don't have time to go and eat back home. You're going to be targeting those people. And you are obviously dealing with high-end clients. And once these high-end clients have trusted you to provide their food for them, they could easily trust you for anything, okay? If someone could trust you with their belly or their stomach, they could trust you with anything. So if you've gotten their trust to deliver their food for them, you could as well earn their trust to render other services to them, all right? You can establish your ghost kitchen business or restaurant and go ahead to establish a delivery agency, because you just need to be buying mini trucks that are going to be supplying your food, all right? It's going to be supplying for others, other companies, but it's going to be supplying your own food as well. So you are also going to be a customer to your delivery service agency, and you aren't going to be ending there. If you are skilled at writing projects, you could go ahead and now write those projects and offer them. Remember, we said you are offering, and offer them to those same clients, because those people have got the money to embark on huge projects, but they don't know exactly what projects to embark on. And even if they know, they don't want people to know they are embarking on such projects. So once you come and see them secretly and show them those projects, they would gladly buy your projects, because they have gotten access to them secretly. And the good thing also, like I said, is that you can sort out those services. You mustn't be good at writing of projects. If you know someone who can do that, you pay that person for their services. The person writes the projects, and you, since you are the one who has access to those high-end clients, you access them and show them the projects. And the advantage you are going to be having if you take the whole of these 3 businesses as your business empire is that you already have access to those people. So that's an advantage you would have over someone who just chooses to go for the writing of project business, because that person doesn't have access to those people and is still going to be trying to get access. But you've gotten access to them already through your food service. And if they've trusted you for their food, it will be easy for them to trust you with their projects. How does that sound? I want to believe you've understood what I mean by channeling these 3 businesses under a business empire of yours. Try this and thank me later as I beg to take my leave.